First, let me say that the numbers are not rigged, and Trump made that accusation right after he heard them. No, they're not manipulated. They're not rigged. That said, they could be doing a much better job than they've been doing. The response rate has gone down to their surveys. They should put much stricter time limits on how long it takes for them to respond. They put out this 50-year high change, and with no explanation. Well, why was there such a difference? What if someone makes a mistake that's a 50-year high, I would expect some sort of an explanation. I think that the response rate to all the surveys have gone down. Loretta Mester, former president of Federal Reserve Bank of Cleveland, she mentioned the JOLTS report, an important report for the government. My understanding is the JOLTS report response rate is down to 20%. Now, a lot of these went down during COVID, but we're over COVID, and we should be back. The government should be stricter. They should mandate these forms filled out in a timely way, because I think there's very little question now that have we gotten the data that as it was revised, we probably would have had a July rate cut.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so it's interesting, Jeremy, what you're saying here, because actually it's not the first time I've heard criticism of these numbers. And I've heard in the past that we should be taking these numbers, the payroll numbers, the official numbers, with a grain of salt, given the fact that they're always revised, and also the fact that the long-term unemployed are not counted, and nor are those who have just given up looking for a job. So if we just sort of put the official numbers aside for a second, Jeremy, what do you think the real state of the labour market looks like right now in the US?
Well, I think it's definitely very much slowing. I mean, now with this revision, we're in sync with the ADP report, which is that private report that comes out on the Wednesday before the Friday report. I mean, we really have moved down substantially. Some of it, of course, is the big reduction in the immigration into the United States and the number of jobs that has it, but that's not all of it. So we are definitely slowing down. The unemployment rate jumped. It just missed another 0.1%. Now, I do not believe we're going into a recession, but we are in the first half of this year. GDP only averaged 1.2%, negative in the first quarter, 3% in the second, but the momentum into this quarter looks like the low twos. And I think in the second half of the year, we're really going to see the effect of tariffs. As you had on your program earlier, it really, a lot of the goods that were sold in the second quarter were out of inventory bought before those tariffs took effect. So that is going to be affected later on. That being said, earnings have been good. Guidance has been good, not as bad as feared. AI is moving strongly along. There is a lot of optimism that AI can reduce the impact of tariffs. What I mean is productivity gains that are implemented by firms using AI can offset the increase in the cost of their inputs in order to maintain margins and profits. I think that is the reason why Wall Street and stocks have been so strong, despite the fact that, we have the highest tariff levels in almost a century.